Hey, y'all, before we dive in, drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? Your city, your country, whatever's home. And if you're as fed up with entitled folks throwing tantrums as I am, hit that like button, maybe even subscribe. Got a second channel for spicier drama stuff, links in the description. Alright, let's get into it. My name's Marcus Tate, been a cop for 25 years, chief of police in Willow Creek, a quiet little suburb in upstate New York. Thought I'd seen it all: drug busts, bar fights, you name it. But one sticky July night, I came home to something that made my blood boil, something that had changed my life, my town, and a whole lot of people in ways I never saw coming. It was pushing midnight. I'd just pulled a 16-hour shift chasing down leads on a string of car break-ins. All I wanted was a cold beer and my recliner. I turned onto Maple Lane, my street, and boomed bass from some god-awful EDM track was shaking my cruiser's windows. As I got closer to my house, it was like driving into a frat party gone feral. My backyard, me sanctuary, the one I'd spent years saving for, planting every damn rosebush myself, was trashed. 50 kids, maybe more, drunk out of their minds, splashing in my pool, stomping through my garden, turning my patio into a landfill of red Solo cups and pizza boxes. I'm talking inflatable flamingos, a full-on DJ booth, and enough liquor to stock a dive bar. I sat there in my cruiser, gripping the wheel, feeling this heat rise in my chest. This wasn't just kids being dumb. This was my home, my space, violated like it didn't matter. I'm a cop, though, so I took a deep breath, straightened my badge, and walked through the side gate. The smell hit me first: weed, cheap beer, and that teenage chaos vibe. The music was so loud that nobody noticed me at first. The ones who did, too wasted to care. I zeroed in on the DJ booth, where this skinny kid with frosted tips in 2025 was strutting like he owned my deck. He had that preppy vibe, collared shirt half unbuttoned, the kind of kid who's never heard no in his life. "Hey," I shouted, but the music swallowed it. I tried again, louder, nothing. So I marched to the power strip and yanked the plug. Silence hit like a brick. 50 pairs of eyes swung my way, some confused, some pissed, most just starting to clock the badge on my chest. "Party's over," I said, voice steady, the one I used to break up bar brawls. "This is my house. Y'all are trespassing. Time to go." Frosted Tips, let's call him Ethan Carter, stumbled off the booth, beer in hand, smirking like I was the help. "Yo, chill, man," he slurred. "It's just a grad party. Go, patrol somewhere else." I blinked. This kid, standing in my trampled garden, had the nerve to tell me to leave my own home. "Son," I said, slow and deliberate, "this is my property, my pool, my everything. You've been wrecking. Clear out, now, or we're doing this the hard way." His buddies started circling, that pack mentality kicking in. These weren't thugs, just spoiled rich kids from Crestwood Academy, the kind of place where tuition costs more than my first car. Then Ethan laughed, this sharp, ugly sound. "Your property? Right. Like you could afford this place. What, you the gardener or something?" There it was, the jab I'd been bracing for. In his world, a black man owning a house in Willow Creek was impossible. I've heard it before too many times, but it still stings. "I'm Chief Marcus Tate," I said, flashing my badge. "And this is my house. You're done here." Some kids started backing off, sobering up fast. But Ethan? He doubled down. "Bullshit." He spat, stepping closer, reeking of IPA. "You're just some rent-a-cop. Real chiefs don't live here." His crew snickered, phones out, recording what they thought was going to be their boy's big moment. "Last chance," I said, hand on my radio. "Leave, or I start cuffing people." Ethan got right in my face, eyes bloodshot, and started to say something vile. Starts with an N, didn't finish. His hand swung, a sloppy slap that cracked against my cheek. The backyard went dead quiet. His buddies froze, phone still rolling. I touched my face, the sting sharp, but the real pain was deeper. 25 years of proving myself, and this drunk kid thought he could treat me like dirt in my own home. I wanted to deck him, I won't lie, but I'm not that guy. "Son," I said, voice ice cold, "you just fucked up your whole life." I keep my radio. "Dispatch, Chief Tate. Need backup at 412, Maple Lane. Assault on an officer, multiple trespassers." Sirens wailed in the distance as Ethan's smirk faded. "You can't arrest me," he stammered. "My mom's a lawyer. She'll bury you." I almost laughed. "Good luck with that," I said, pulling out my cuffs. Officers Jenkins and Ruiz rolled up, took one look at the mess, broken sprinklers, trashed furniture, bottles everywhere, and got to work. Ethan was cuffed and stuffed in a cruiser, still yelling about his mom. His core crew, maybe 8 kids, stuck around, loyal or just too dumb to run. We lined up the rest against my garden wall, taking names. My second-in-command, Detective Sarah Holt, showed up, shaking her head. "Marcus, what the hell happened?" I walked her through with party, the slur, the slap. "Got it on video," I said, nodding at the kids' phones. They recorded their crime scene. Then came the main event. A shiny Lexus SUV screeched up, blasting some overplayed pop song. Out stormed Vivian Carter, Ethan's mom, all designer heels and bleach blonde rage. She barreled through my gate like she owned the place, screaming into her phone about lawsuits. "Where's my son?" she shrieked, spotting Ethan in the cruiser. "What have you done to him?" I stepped forward. "Ma'am, I'm Chief Tate. Your son's under arrest for assaulting me, trespassing, and a few other charges." Her eyes narrowed, taking me in me badge, my skin, and I saw the gears turn. "You," she hissed. "You're harassing my boy. Release him now." "Ma'am," I said, calm as I could. He slapped me in the face, called me a slur, all on video. "This isn't harassment. It's consequences." She laughed, the same ugly sound as her kid. "Assault? Ethan? Please. What did you do to provoke him?" I stared, dumbfounded. "I told him to leave my property. That's it." She scoffed, looking around my yard. "Your property? This house? On a cop's salary? Don't insult me." Same racist jab, same playbook. Before I could respond, she whipped out her phone and started live streaming. "Everyone, this is Vivian Carter," she announced. "And this corrupt cop's targeting my innocent son because he's white and successful. Reverse racism, plain as day." Sarah stepped in, recording too. "Ma'am, you're saying your son's the victim?" Vivian didn't blink. "Absolutely. He was invited here. This man attacked him. I cut in." "Invited by whom?" "Your son broke into my home, caused $8,000 in damage, and assaulted me. No invitation, no rental, just crimes." Her face went crimson, but she kept streaming, viewer count climbing 500, 1,000, 2,000. Ethan yelled from the cruiser, "Mom, stop. You're screwing this up." Smartest thing he said all night. But Vivian was in too deep, ranting about conspiracies, diversity hires, you name it. The comments weren't kind. People posted my property records, my career history, calling her out. She glanced at her phone, saw the tide turning, and froze. "Ma'am," I said, "you're defaming me to thousands of people. That's a crime." She snapped, "I don't care. You're lying." That's when Jenkins showed her the video. Ethan's slur, his slap, clear as day. She watched, and for a split second, I saw shame flicker across her face. Then she doubled down. "It's a deep fake," she said. "You faked it to frame him." We all stared. Jenkins, deadpan. "Ma'am, this was shot 30 minutes ago. No text that fast." She threw a fit, tossed some papers at my feet, and kept streaming. By morning, Vivian vs. Chief was trending, videos racking up millions of views. Ethan got hit with felony assault, trespassing, underage drinking, and a hate crime charge. Bail was $50K, which Vivian paid after scrambling for a lawyer dumb enough to take the case. She got slapped with interference, defamation, and cyber harassment. My department sued them for damages and slander. The internet dug up their dirt. Ethan's old posts with slurs, Vivian's HOA complaints targeting non-white neighbors. Her law firm dropped her, Crestwood expelled Ethan, and colleges revoked his offers. The IRS even sniffed around their shady finances, forcing them to sell their McMansion. 3 years later, the ripple effects are wild. Ethan hit rock bottom, but turned it around. Community service at the Willow Creek Rec Center changed him. An old volunteer, Miss Clara, didn't coddle him. She made him teach kids to read. Those kids, scrappy and bright, showed him what he'd taken for granted. He got his GED, enrolled in community college, and wants to teach in low-income schools. He wrote me a letter, owning his mistakes, thanking me for staying professional. I didn't reply, but I kept it. Vivian, she's a different story. Lost her license, her friends, and her son. She's out there peddling a podcast about being canceled, still blaming everyone but herself. Sad. Me? That night pushed me into a new role, leading a federal task force on community policing, training cops to handle bias with cool heads. My yard's better than ever, pool sparkling, roses blooming. I started a scholarship for kids wanting to be cops, funded by folks moved by the story. Justice ain't always cuffs or courtrooms. Sometimes it's a kid like Ethan choosing better, or a community waking up to hard truths. So what do y'all think? Was Ethan's turnaround real, or just survival? Should Vivian have a shot at redemption, or is she too far gone? Drop your thoughts below, share this if it hit you, and let's keep this convo going. Respect's earned, not bought, and that's a lesson we all gotta learn sometime.